Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
We have given Chad an assignment.
Yes, I love this product. It came in and I was just eyeballing it ever since it came in.
We got one for the Daily Gizwiz. It's a what they call a PTZ camera, a camera you can aim from your smartphone or your web page. And it was so dang hard to use. How much did we spend on that professional grade PTZ?
Well, 3K, 3,000.
So this is not for professional use. This is a security camera.
Right, this is a security camera. This is something you're going to put in your home to make sure that you can watch the kids. There it is right there.
Looks just like the one we spent 3,000 on, I gotta tell you.
It's a little bit smaller. In fact, this is a pretty zoomed in video.
It's about
just
the size,
to show you.
there's your hand.
There's my hand. So this
giant hand.
This is how large it is.
It's about the size of a Logitech camera on a base, though. The base is the big thing because it's got to aim it.
Right. So it has some pretty nice features for users who are going to use it in their house. So first, it does have an app. So if you don't want to put your computer, you don't want to put the software on the computer, it has software for all of the major
this is on
PC.
Android,
yeah,
iOS.
this one's on Android. They have an iOS version. They have a PC version of the software. They have a Mac version of the software. No Linux support. So one of the things is that all of the support for all of it is just a little bit buggy. So there we go. Now I got the video.
Well, that's a pretty. It looks like a pretty good image.
It's a really good image. It's HD quality, 720p. And then if I want to switch it, it's as easy as either swiping around on the screen.
So you're actually moving the camera by. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
By just scrolling on the screen.
Yep. Just swiping around.
That's not instant because that's to send a signal to the camera.
Right.
The camera has to receive it and act upon it.
And then if you don't want to do that, you can also set some locations. So I've set a few. I set my first location.
Oh, that's neat.
Up to where the sky desk is. No one's sitting up there. Earlier when I had set it, there was a person sitting up on top of the sky desk.
Do we know the person, or was it a stranger?
It was Burke. It was someone like Burke. Some strange person in the studio. And then I've set.
The reason I asked, we had a bum sleeping in the doorway yesterday, so I thought maybe he might have moved in.
Whoa, man. And then yeah, gosh. No, he wasn't on the sky desk. Yeah.
That wasn't a bum. He was a hobo.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's their word. Anyway, so this is the, and so I can even, it has a pretty far range of motion, so I can lock onto you as well, and it'll continue to go around, and there you are, sitting right there.
But that's what this is for. This is a security camera, so you might be looking at your warehouse and say, who's that? It looks like a foot down there, and you can go zoom in, or
absolutely.
Actually, you can't zoom. I called it a pan-tilt zoom.
You can actually. You can. So on a phone, it's a little bit more difficult because it doesn't have a very good detection of whether you're swiping or pinching to zoom. Hello, little camera back there.
This is kind of cool.
And that kind of neat. So you have to kind of slowly make sure that it knows that you're zooming in.
Is it digital or optical zoom?
It's all digital. Okay. It's only digital. And then, of course, it thought that I was swiping as well. There's one thing is while we're kind of talking about the software is fairly buggy. There's a few times where I felt like it wasn't quite up to snuff. On top of that, if you go to look anywhere online for their software, let me pull up. There we are. This is the apps that just they provide. This isn't me searching. This is a Swann HD. The name of this is the SwannEye HD.
Do they do different things?
I have no idea. I have no idea. In fact, I installed the wrong PC software the first time I downloaded it because there's no, in the instructions, there's no good URL to go to, like, swann.com/ the model number or something like that. And also when I went to the product page, there's no download for the correct. So I downloaded the wrong one, then I found out that I needed the Pro HD version of the one that I had. Completely different features. One of them wouldn't connect to the camera that I had. So their software really needs to be revamped. If anyone at this company is listening to me, one application to control them all. There should not be, I can't even count how many applications are here.
You got to get the right one.
And you have to get the right one. So That was very frustrating. Anyway, so now that that's out of the way, you can control this off of your computer, and you get a few more features. So you do get the everything that we had before. I can set up my selections. Yeah, it's kind of in a weird position. Sorry about that. So we'll move it to somewhere that's a little bit less weird. You can also set it to always be panning or always be
panning.
Yeah, always be panning. That's a pretty good motto to say. But so here we go, and you can kind of see how far the range is. There's a 350-degree range all the way around, and it has about 100 degrees up and down.
Now, is this Wi-Fi, or do we have to have Ethernet?
You can do Wi-Fi, and you can do Ethernet.
We're connected via Ethernet right now. So
correct.
And I mentioned that because that will affect latency, the lag.
Right. Right. It'll also do internal LAN networks from the software or WAN networks from anywhere on the internet.
Okay.
Here, let me.
So you could control this over the internet.
I can.
That would be important because you're probably not on premises.
Right.
You put
not
this
all the
in
time.
a guest house.
Absolutely.
And, you don't want.
And that setup was very simple. All I had to do was create an account, create a user, and then pair the device with 2 numbers on the base of the device to my account, and now I have access to it. I didn't have to port forward. I didn't have to do any of that. Very easy setup.
I see it also has jacks for audio.
It does. It has
and
audio
an alarm
in and out. And yes, an alarm system if that's what you want on the back. On top of that, so if you're, say, far away from your computer and you see someone rummaging through your stuff, you have the option to hit the little microphone and say, hey, stop doing that. Can you hear it from there?
Here, let me put it up. Can I pick it up?
Yeah, pick it up. Go ahead and
put
pick
it
up.
next to my microphone.
And also,
let's try that again, Chad.
Let me hit it.
Because I tell you what, that is not going to scare me as a burglar.
Let me sign in from the app because I'm not sure that I've set up the correct microphone on this computer. I've been plugging and unplugging.
I'm stealing your stuff. That's what I'm doing here.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, I just hit. It's going to start moving here on you. Sorry about that.
Always be panning.
Hey, can you hear me, Leo?
That is not.
Hey, I need you to get away from my stuff, if you could. That's my cardboard boxes in my garage. Okay. If you could. Those are kind of collectibles.
No, okay, I'm going to tell you where this is useful. You don't say that.
Okay.
You go, yeah, this is Officer 634. We've got a 5394 going on here down in the basement.
Or just. I'm calling the police.
Backup.
I am calling the police currently.
I think the guy's armed, so I'm just going to shoot him now, if that's okay.
Right.
Requesting permission. Over.
That's what you pipe into it, really.
Now, oh, they're coming for you.
That is not a feature. It will not start siren sounds.
Well, how did you do that?
That's Brian behind us.
You need a TriCaster then.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's the accessory not included.
So you can also
lights though. That's good.
So those lights are infrared lights.
All right.
So it does really good night vision.
Hey, let's turn out the lights and see what we can get.
Okay.
We could do this whole show in the dark.
And it will automatically.
Wow, that's
not it. That's not it. It hasn't flipped yet. So it's automatic. Sometimes it'll just.
It's too bright.
Decide to flip. Sometimes it won't. There it goes. Oh. Now it's in night vision mode.
Let me put it in my mouth.
Not the creepiest thing in the world.
Tell me how my tonsils look.
Black and white. I can't quite tell.
Okay, well, it was. I could verify that it's pitch black at night.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's good.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
So that does that very well. Here, I'm actually going to show you a little bit of footage that I took before.
I am so scared.
A little bit of Blair Witch going on. You can record video, which it'll record it locally onto whatever device you're viewing it on, or you can take a photo. This does have an SD card slot in it, so it'll continuously record, and if there's ever a motion, it will capture that 13 seconds. It'll capture 3 seconds
those
before.
Eyes that glow in the dark.
You know, it's funny. No matter how many times I've done this, my eyes totally just glow in the dark for some strange reason.
You are part lynx.
So I have some photos of I was cleaning up my room, so please bear with
You take kitty cat pictures and stuff?
I took a few photos of the cats. And so there's one of my cats licking herself.
Moving?
She was. What do you mean?
No.
Oh, yeah, no, I was cleaning up my house. That's what I just said.
Are you moving?
No.
Oh, this is like spring cleaning.
I was just changing the sheets on my bed.
Okay.
So there's me hanging out with the cat, and you can see her eyes are glowing.
Yeah,
and this is
at
at night. And then this is Waffles hanging out.
Right.
Right. So and I was just testing out some of the video stuff.
That's creepy.
Let me also grab, now, there are a few, so I took some video files of the brick house earlier.
All right.
And so you can see just.
The quality's really good.
This is, yeah, it is 720.
I mean, given what it is. I
right.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
So this is kind of the, now, and you can see just right there, it went into dark, it went into a night mode.
Okay, it does the same, it did the same thing earlier. I was wondering. Okay.
Right, see, it just switched into night mode for some reason.
So
that's all
it
automatic.
goes black and white, but you know, that's
Right.
fine because
And
you're
it'll
looking
flip
for
back.
an intruder most of the time,
Right,
right?
exactly. You're
Or a
looking for
broken water pipe or
something like that. So, and then, so that's about it. Is that it'll do pan, tilt, zoom. Oh, one thing, if you are recording the zoom, instead of it keeping it all the same resolution, what it does is it zooms in and then it crops the image, and the video file, it also crops the video file, but in the same stream. So it doesn't create a new video file. So I have a recording of myself trying to use the zoom in feature on one of my cats, and I can start to play the start of this, but then once it's going to switch into zooming in on her face here, and it's just going to completely crash the application because it can't handle it. Because it keeps the playback, yeah, and this actually kernel panicked my computer earlier.
Killed VLC. Wow.
Yeah. So that's an issue, is that they need to figure out their.
Does it work in the app if you're looking in the app?
It will work live in the app. I couldn't get any recording to play back.
Okay.
So that was a big issue.
Sounds like the hardware's fine, the software's buggy.
Absolutely.
What's the price?
Okay, the price is $180.
That's a great price.
It's a pretty good price.
Remember we started this a couple of weeks ago. It was $3,000.
When we started the review.
When we started this review. It was $3,000 for the Pro Pan Tilt Zoom. That is a really good price, $180.
Right. So for the Pros, it's very easy to set up. It has black and white, night features, and it has the continuous recording, so that it'll just continuously record, and then if there's a motion, it will capture the first 3 seconds and then continue recording for about 10 seconds afterwards. And also, it'll send you those alerts via message on the app or email or whatever.
I have to say, I mean, for the price, it's pretty flexible. I love it that it has Wi-Fi. That's a big deal.
Right. Now, on the cons, way too many apps. It was very confusing to find the right app. And the apps that it did give me were a little bit buggy. There's definitely a slow response time. I feel like they could make that faster. Why can't you make your response time faster? And it kept switching into night mode when it shouldn't, is the cons. So buy, try, don't buy for the Swann Pan Tilt Zoom security camera. This is the ADS445 version. I'm going to give this a buy. I actually did like it, and I could definitely consider buying this for my apartment. Oh, that's another thing, is once you've tied it to your account, you can do a whole bunch of these. I could buy 3 of them, put them around my apartment, and easily have them all tied together.
Thank you, Chad. It is a buy for the SwannEye HD Pan and Tilt Wi-Fi.
You also get these cool stickers that you can put on your windows. This might keep the intruders away better than the cameras.
That's what somebody told me, a security expert told me once. Don't get the service, just get the stickers.
Just buy the stickers.
Yeah, they can't tell if you have the service, just by you know.